Hi, hi, everybody. Welcome back to my live stream. I skipped Monday because I had a horrible migraine. It was just awful. I don't get those often, but when I do, they're bad. We are at the last Friday night Smackdown before Saturday night main event, and I'm super intrigued on if anything's going to get added to the match card. I did film my predictions before this episode, so and it's posting tomorrow. So if anything does get added, that just won't be in the video because we're redoing our entire bedroom tomorrow, painting it, everything. So I knew I wouldn't have time to film it tomorrow. My dog is making the most noise in the world. I may have to kick her out at some point in time. As you're hopping on, drop a hey, let me know you're here. Okay, Tiffy. I can't believe we're a week away from Royal Rumble. That seems crazy. All right, Cody's starting us off here. Hey, hey! You guys, I'm excited that I can still go live on TikTok, that we are still here. Hopefully, we can figure out a deal and keep TikTok around. Oh, that guy has like the full mask from WrestleMania. That's so cool. I actually think it's a kid, but it's still cool. Maybe it's not a kid. Maybe it's a adult. I don't know. I can't tell. Either way, it's cool. That's awesome. Do you guys think we're in for any big surprises tonight, or do you think those will be like tomorrow and next week? Do you think they're gonna save all of that for tomorrow and next week? I feel like we've gotten so many rumors, but who knows when everything's happening, honestly. I feel like this is the most unpredictable time in wrestling. As we're on here, drop your predictions for tomorrow. Like, I want to know your wildest prediction for tomorrow. Let me know what that is. So KO's definitely coming out and ruining this moment, right? That's what he's been doing best lately. It definitely isn't. There's no way he's losing that. He's carrying that thing to WrestleMania. He's doing great with it too. Who do we think Cody's gonna face at WrestleMania? Because I feel like that could be when he loses the belt. I don't think he's gonna lose it before then. Who do we think he's gonna face? I really could see Cody versus John. I think that's what I'm leaning towards the most. He's unhinged. If Punk wins the Royal Rumble. I see. I still don't think Punk's gonna win. I think Seth's gonna cost him because that feud is far from over. I think they should have a special guest referee for this match. I mean, I know it's like who can climb the ladder and get the belt, but there still has to be a referee. Do you think Cena should get his 17th world title? I honestly do. I think since it's his like final ride, they should give that to him. I mean, he's one of the greatest of all time, so I think he well deserves that. Hello, everyone on Twitch and YouTube as well. Drop a hi as you're hopping on. What do we think of like KO and Seth and Sammy and all of them, like Drew? Like, I feel like there's something way bigger going on that we don't know yet with all of them. I have a very odd feeling that Sammy may turn heel. Ooh, he dropped Randy's name. Is Randy coming back? I really like Joe Tessitore. I think he was a great addition. They were using you pretty deadly the whole time. They only believe in you because they think that you're going to be an easy W. Let's be honest. These guys are definitely interfering. When are we going to get Elektra Lopez back in the ring? She did so well in NXT and then she came up to the main roster and we haven't seen her at all. Who do we think wins this match? I think the Motor City Machine Guns are probably going to win. They've been getting more of the push lately. Did you guys see the single night WrestleMania ticket prices? Like, Triple H wants me to sell my left leg or something to get into that damn thing. I'll be watching from my couch because, no, ma'am. I'd have to take out a whole loan to be there. And then I saw next year might be possibly New Orleans. So that would be kind of cool. But again, if this, I mean, this year's prices reflect anything, like, they're going to be hard to go to. I miss anything? Nothing really. Cody came out and just talked a little bit about the contract signing tomorrow and the ladder match, but nothing major. And then the Motor City Machine Guns just made their entrance, but they haven't done anything yet. So that's really about it so far. What do you guys think's gonna happen tomorrow? What is your like hot take about tomorrow? I really would love if I mean I made a whole video that'll be posted on my YouTube channel tomorrow talking about my predictions and everything. But I would really honestly love for Jay to win the title and Gunther to drop it. I think it would benefit both of them. Because I think then Gunther can like take a step back and have the character change that he needs, and then they could have like a longer feud. I think it would just benefit both of them because I feel like Gunther's title reign has been so boring. Like he hasn't had any like major storylines that I've been interested in. So I really hope Jay wins, but I don't know if the WWE is as committed to that as I am. I'm curious to know if we get any title match or any matches added tonight because we only have four so far. Plus the contract signing. It's not a match, but it's a segment. But I think the last Saturday night main event was only 4 or 5 matches as well, so maybe that's just what they're aiming for. What do you guys think of the rumors that Nikki Bella may make a return? I saw that and I am kind of intrigued. I was a Nikki Bella fan, so I honestly hope Sheamus wins that because I like Braun Breaker, but I just feel like they've done nothing with him. So I think he needs to drop the title and WWE needs to figure out what the hell they're doing with him. All right, Matthew McConaughey. I saw that Alexa's in like contract issues, and that makes me so upset because I'm ready to see her. I am hoping that we get an AJ Lee return at the Royal Rumble because I just need to see her. I don't even care if it's just for the Royal Rumble. I just need to see her back on my screen. I've been trying to like work on my YouTube video for like all of my like who I would pick for the 30 entries, and it's so hard to narrow it down because there's a lot of like current good talent and then there's a lot of like older people like I'd like to see too, like make a return. I definitely think Motor City Machine Guns is gonna win this and have their rematch against DIY. Maybe that will be added to tomorrow, possibly. I don't think they ever said when the rematch would be. Meechin and BFAB versus Chelsea Green and Piper. Okay, I'm here for that. More Tiffy time tonight. So Liv Morgan is backstage, they said, and I am just wondering if she's gonna come out and her and Tiffy are gonna have a feud. Which I find kind of funny because we have Rhea and Nia beefing, and then if we have that, we have Tiffany and Liv, so they just like flip flopped. But then again, I'm also wondering if like Liv's gonna come out and declare for the Royal Rumble because we don't have very many females that have declared yet. His hair is wild. So Miss Jade has been teasing us on the Instagram, and I want to know, when do you guys think she is gonna make her big return? Do you think she's gonna wait to the Royal Rumble? Do you think it's gonna be sooner? I honestly think it would be epic if it was Tuesday when Naomi and um Bianca go against Lash Legend and Miss Jackson on NXT. I think that would be honestly pretty interesting for it to happen on NXT. Because they've been talking about trying to like make that seem like an equal brand. That would be one big way to do it, is have that big storyline there. But all I know is I'm ready to find out who attacked her. I have my theory, so I'm just ready to know. We have quite a big weekend. We have Saturday night main event tomorrow. We have the AFC and NFC championships on Sunday. Good weekend for sports. Who do you guys have in the championship games? Let me know. They're doing a little more side by side commercials, which is kind of nice. I don't know why I expected when we went to Netflix to not have commercials or to not have as many, because we have the same. They have not changed at all. It's kind of annoying. Do you guys like the 3 hour Friday night SmackDowns? I think they're okay, but I think they could fill them a little better. I mean, I like the idea of a longer show because it gives you a chance to showcase other talent, but I don't feel like they've been doing that. So I just feel like they could fill them a little better. I feel like it's too long right now because they're not showcasing more talent. They just seem to be filling them with like promos and commercials. And then I think Raw not having like a set time is weird because I don't know what to expect. Like, is it going to be 2 hours? Is it going to be three? Is it going to be three and a half? Like, what am I getting into? After WrestleMania, it goes back to 2 hours. I'm okay with that. I think 2 hours is a good time slot. Um, like I said, unless they're going to showcase more talent. And then if they're going to showcase more talent, then I'm okay with the longer shows. But we got to have more substance and matches and storylines. I will say I think Motor City Machine Guns has added some depth to the tag teams. I honestly think the tags in general in WWE were lacking, so I think they've added some more depth. Oh, it was taken off. I thought I saw something flying, but I thought maybe like the cameraman was backing up or something and something got in the way. I think Liv and Raquel are on SmackDown. I did see that Liv is backstage, which probably means Raquel is there. So I'm wondering what they have to say. I actually believe that she's probably going to declare for the Royal Rumble. Actually, they both might. Oh, I honestly think Pretty Deadly is really good in the ring. I think they have a lot of talent. Oh, people are flying everywhere. Skull and Bones. Yep, I figured they would. It's not a surprise to me. But I will say, Pretty Deadly showed up in that match. They did very well. What you up to this week, Nick Aldis? Oh. I love The Miz. He's so underrated. I'm glad we're seeing more BFAB in the ring, honestly. Oh, we're getting Tama as a singles match? Okay. Hyena chattering. Did he really just call him the hyena chattering? What away with words, Joe? I still cannot believe that we're already at the Royal Rumble. And I also think this is like one of the most unpredicted Royal Rumbles because I really don't know who's going to win. It could go so many different ways. My right contact keeps blurring up, and so it's really getting on my nerves. I will say I'm super glad that TikTok is still here because I was going to be so sad if it actually left. And I know it's just temporarily, they got to work out a deal or whatever, but I'm very glad that it's here. Do we think that Liv and Raquel got traded to SmackDown maybe? That could have happened. I mean, because Nia is on Raw now. How do you guys feel about this whole transfer thing? Do you like it? I don't know. I'm kind of like indifferent, I guess. It's fine, but at the same rate, I don't feel like it does anything like super major. I think if they keep this transfer thing going, we won't get a draft though. I also get annoyed that they show the same commercials. Like, I just saw this commercial. They're not even advertising the Jacob and Braun match. And that's the one I'm most excited for. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry, spoke too soon. Yeah, this match is about to be insane. Heard you should know who attacked Jade next week at Rumble. So I'm curious to know if she's gonna pop up at NXT. Because we know Naomi and Bianca are fighting Lash Legend and Miss Jackson. And I could see Miss Jade popping up there. I'm so excited for this match. She's been training there for 3 weeks. Yeah, see, I feel like she could pop up at NXT. Like, I just had that feeling. What a statement that would be. 16 E. What the hell kind of shoe is that? That's not a shoe, that's like a boat on your foot. That's so big. What is Shaq's shoe size? Because he's got a big ass foot too. Oh gosh. It wasn't on the script. He has a Sami Zayn shirt on. I swear to God, y'all, Sami Zayn's turning heel. I just feel it. Leave Pat out of this. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Matthew McConaughey. KO taking shots. Okay, Solo. Jimmy. Why did I think that was Solo? I'm losing my mind, y'all. Yes. We need more Big Jim in the ring. Terrible. You're terrible. Yes, Jimmy. I'm here for Big Jim as a solo. Let's go. Jimmy needs a shine. Yes. Book it, Nick. I'm so excited that Jimmy's getting more singles matches. He deserves that. Security has entered the building. They're setting up the Usos versus Owens and Sammy. I mean, that would be a good match, but I just want the Usos to be single for a bit because they both are so good in the ring. Hello, everybody dropping in on YouTube. I do hope that. I mean, because we saw Jay just absolutely dominate 2024, and Jimmy didn't really get that chance because he was hurt. So I do hope he gets that chance to kind of shine on his own as well. Like, I love them together, obviously, one of the greatest tag teams ever, but I want them to shine individually as well because I think they both can. Like, I just saw this commercial literally 2 commercials ago. If they're going to show commercials, maybe at least they can just not repeat them. I will be honest with you though, like this is why I think 3 hours is too long because the first hour's almost over and I don't really feel like a whole lot has happened besides machine guns moving on. I will be honest with you too, I don't think SmackDown has been as good as Raw lately. I think they really definitely need to step up some game because it's been kind of like average lately. It's a big Capitol building. Holy cow. That's cool. Pat McAfee will be wearing that next week at the Royal Rumble. Liv is backstage tonight. I'm kind of curious to see what is going on. Yes, good job, Nick. Tiffy and Liv. See, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it's Tiffy and Liv, or I'm wondering if Liv is declaring for the Royal Rumble tonight. Who is that? Who do we think that is? Green. I honestly love these two. I mean, I think eventually we're going to get these two to go against each other, but I love them together. Who's next for Mello? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who is transferring to SmackDown? Is it somebody from Raw or is it somebody from NXT? I don't even know. I do love Meechin too. I'm just so impressed with Chelsea. Like, from getting released to coming back to building her character to where it's at now, I'm just so impressed with her. I hate that the Street Profits are hurt, but I actually love that it's giving BFAB time to shine in the ring. Hopefully, they're not out too long. Love Meechin. Are we gonna get BFAB at all? No. There you go, Meechin. You're taking too long. I love the Stacy reference. I love Stacy Keebler. Oh, I think she hurt Chelsea more than BFAB. People are flying everywhere. That would be a flop, as they say in the NBA, because it was a little late. That's a big win by Meechin and BFAB. Big win. All right, who's this gonna be? Is DP on Smackdown now? Tell the truth, Nick. He said he was gonna tell him about himself. DP's on Smackdown now? What? Why does Tiffy always look fabulous? Oh my god. I love her. That's been rumored for a while now. I missed all those rumors because I did not know that. Naya's gonna be on Raw now. Naya is gonna be on Raw now. Which, I mean, whatever. Like, I don't get her little attack on Rhea. And I honestly thought that we were gonna get Naya and Tiffy like one more time. But apparently that's just dropped. So she's really looking like Sabrina Carpenter. I do when she posts some pictures, I'm like, she does resemble Sabrina Carpenter a little bit. And maybe it's just the hair. I don't know, but they're both gorgeous, so So if DP's coming to SmackDown, then is that like the end of Damien and Rhea? Because Rhea's gonna stay on Raw. I'm intrigued by that move. I'm also intrigued by the Wyatt Six move because I don't know who they're gonna feud with on SmackDown. I thought maybe Solo's bloodline, but they're not gonna be the bloodline anymore, so I'm not sure who they're gonna feud with. $16.99 a month. I think that's cheaper than what I pay for just HBO Max. I'm gonna have to look at that. They have showed this Pizza Hut commercial at least 5 times. I'm over it. We get it. You want pizza and wings. I'm so jealous of everybody that is going to be at the Royal Rumble next weekend. It's my favorite event. Okay, Queen. I can't wait. Queen. She's speaking gospel, yes. Show 'em, Charlotte. Chills. Chills. So I found out Alexa Bliss was coming back to Raw. Yes, she was supposed to come back and it got canceled because she wants a new contract, and I'm very upset about it. Okay, so Charlotte is in the Royal Rumble, and I just feel like that secures her win for the Royal Rumble to go against this one right here. When is Becky returning? I think either tomorrow or next week at the Royal Rumble as well. I kind of feel like it would be cool if she returned tomorrow after Rhea's win to kind of set up that feud. I think they should save Alexa for the Royal Rumble. If she gets a contract by then that would be great, but it doesn't seem like anything's even close, honestly. Malachi Black is returning at the Royal Rumble. Was he officially released from AEW? Because I saw that like it was denied or whatever. And I don't watch much AEW, so I don't really know, but I just saw that somebody said it was denied. I mean, that would be cool. I'd like to see Malachi Black back. Yes, we're excited for Charlotte. That promo was killer. What are you doing here? Not gonna be here long. Just wanted to say, hey, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I hope my battery lasts because it's a little lower and this is a long show, so we'll see. I feel like the champions are polar opposites and I love it so much. Those boots that Tiffy have on is giving me like full Austin Powers vibes. Tiffy looks happy to see her. You are. True. We knew she was coming out. Because you keep attacking both of them. Maybe. I mean, it's at 60, so it might be okay, but um well, I don't know where it's at for sure. So, if I need it, I'll get up and find it. Thank you. Didn't she already announce this? Didn't we already know this? She's repeating herself at this point. No, it's not. Yes. I never needed you at all. I love these two together. Yes, please win, Naomi. I think Naomi's teaming with Bianca is going to cause issues between Jade and Bianca. I think Bianca attacked Jade, if you're being honest. No, she ain't. Watch me. Liv is going to enter the Royal Rumble. Why's that guy screaming so much? Calm down. Tiffy and Rhea are unfazed by any of this chaos. Okay. We're getting all kinds of entries now. Oh, shit. God. This is chaos. What's Naomi doing? And Tiffy's just outside watching it all. Tiffy's unbothered. Nick, what you about to do? Hello, Minnesota. Thanks for dropping by. So we went from having like nobody in the Women's Royal Rumble to having like a ton of people. How does Rhea not hurt herself doing that headbutt? I don't know, because it sounds painful. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't want to do it. The only smart one is Tiffy, right? She got the hell out of that ring. She said, I'm not messing with any of you. I was just waiting in that moment for Jade to like pop up though. I just keep waiting for her to pop up. Still doing good on the battery. Becky is coming. I have a feeling maybe Becky will come back tomorrow. I feel like something needs to happen between the Rhea and Nia match because I just don't feel like it has like a lot of excitement. So I feel like if Rhea won and then Becky came back and declared for the Royal Rumble, that'd be really cool. And she was supposed to come back at Raw on Netflix, but they didn't want to take away from like Rhea's moment. So between the Pizza Hut commercials and the Domino's commercials, these people really want you to buy some pizza. I kind of would like 1 year for the WWE to like not declare anybody for the Royal Rumble and just let it all be a surprise. I think that would be cool because then you would have no idea who's popping up. I think Layla might show up because she teased one more full time run. That'd be kind of cool. They should have made Charlotte's return a surprise at the Rumble, then announce it tonight. Yeah, I agree. That would have popped a little more, but I think honestly, it doesn't matter. Charlotte's return is gonna pop either way. That's the problem with wrestling. No real surprises because the dirt sheets. Yeah, and I totally agree with that. Oh, she did actually hit her face. I see Alexa gonna come back and Becky too. I hope so. I would love to see both of them back. Yeah, Candace, I think you chose the wrong one, honey. I'm all for a Rumble weekend. Happy about that. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know as if I'm going to be live streaming Royal Rumble or not. I haven't fully decided because my family is coming in. So they'll be here, so I'm not 100% sure. But either way, we're going to be talking about it and I'm going to be on, so I feel like this is like a flashback to Survivor Series. I honestly love Bianca and Naomi together. I think they make a really good tag team. How long have you been a wrestling fan? I've been watching wrestling pretty much my entire life. I started watching it probably late 90s, early 2000s. Um, and then really watched it since. A little bit off and on, but I don't know how her braid does not come out. They yank on that thing every single week. Not today, Naya. Who do you see getting the biggest pop in the women's and men's Royal Rumble as a return or surprise? Well, I think if I would love an AJ Lee return, and I think if that happens, she will get a massive pop. For the men's side, I think John Cena is definitely going to get the biggest pop because everybody's super excited about his retirement tour. John Cena will win. I kind of think so too. I think John Cena is definitely the front runner to win. I see AJ Lee coming back. I hope so. If she comes back, I will be so freaking excited. You have no idea. Then it can be Seth, Becky versus CM Punk and AJ Lee. I also thought AJ Lee, Punk, and Liv and Dom would be a good match. That is if Liv and Dom stay together because he's been a little bit in the doghouse. Judgment Day will be broken up soon. I think so too. I think that Liv, Dom, and Raquel are going to be on their own, and then Finn's going to go solo. And I really don't know what's going to happen with JD and Carlito. Who's your championship picks? Like AFC and NFC championships this weekend? I think that's what you meant, but I just thought I would verify. I I don't I kind of go back and forth. I have reasonings for all four teams, honestly. Um I like what Jane Daniels in Washington's doing, and I think it'd be really cool if he made it to the Super Bowl his first year. Because the kid has just had a phenomenal season, and that would be just icing on the cake. I but I really like Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. Of course, I'm an Alabama fan, so I really like those guys and I root for those guys and the Eagles. So I'm gonna pick the Eagles on that side, although I think it would be really cool for Jane Daniels if he did win. On the Bills and Chiefs side, that one is very hard for me because I love Josh Allen and I think he is just one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I love what the team has done this year because everybody counted them out with them trading away some wide receivers and stuff, including myself. I counted them out too. And so what they've done is just fantastic. But I also love the Chiefs and Patty Mahomes and Travis Kelsey, so it's really hard to cheer against them. But for the sake of having somebody new in the Super Bowl, I'm going to go with the Bills. I see Finn going back to Demon Balor. Demon or Prince? I see him going back to either one of those. With that being said, though, I think this is the first time in a little while that I wouldn't be disappointed in any of the four teams making it. Chiefs versus Eagles. Yeah, see, I go back and forth with that Bills and Chiefs game because I love the Chiefs and I definitely would not be disappointed if they won, but I just kind of want to see Josh Allen have his moment cuz he is so good. I feel like AJ Styles will return at Saturday night's main event. I think AJ is going to return next week at the Royal Rumble. Demon Balor for sure. I love Demon Balor. He one of my favorite characters. I'm gonna say Bills and Commanders. I wouldn't be disappointed with that either. Like I said, Jaden Daniels' year has been phenomenal, and if he made it all the way to the Super Bowl, that'd be so cool. And they also have some Alabama players on there, like Brian Robinson, so I'd be fine with that too. Could you see him as a rookie win it all? Wouldn't that be like the most iconic story ever? Like he wouldn't have to do anything else if he brought a Super Bowl win to that team this year. Bears finally got a coach, and it's not Mike McCarthy. Thank the Lord. I wanted him or Vrabel, so I'm glad that we got one of the two that I actually wanted. And then Pete Carroll is going to the Raiders, which I find very interesting. We're doing this again. I'm guessing you're a Bears fan. I am a Bears fan. That looks like it hurts. Why is Raquel screaming so much? Calm down. I'm a Steelers fan in Penn State. What do you think the Steelers do this offseason? Do you think they keep either quarterback? Do you think they go after somebody else? Mike Tomlin is probably my favorite coach in the league by far. Oh, Bianca hit her with a spear. They go after someone else. I feel like Wilson will go to the Raiders because of Carroll. I don't know. I thought they had beef, and I thought that's why they like separated in the first place. Bears called Steelers about Tomlin. I know, and I swear to God, you guys, if that would have happened, you would have seen me screaming because I love Mike Tomlin. I have so much respect for that man. Live. Nice said winners like she actually did something. You didn't do nothing, girl. Io will win the Royal Rumble. That would be cool. I do like Io, but I feel like with Charlotte's return confirmed, I think she's gonna win because we're gonna get Tiffy and Charlotte at WrestleMania. I thought she was gonna say tomorrow night. Who are they gonna get on their team? We'll agree to disagree on Liv Morgan. I'll put it that way. I feel like her character right now, I can understand why people don't like it, but I feel like outside of the character, she's really good for the WWE. I feel like she commits to it. She's passionate about the WWE, like she would do anything for it, and I love that. And I love that she actually like fully commits to a character and doesn't ever like half anything. So I understand why people don't like her character right now, but I just love like the work ethic she brings. You met her. I'm so jealous. I love her. I would love to meet her. Did you hear that she said when she had kids she won't wrestle again? I did see that, but I saw also she said like that's a long time away. She's not even thinking about that right now, which I get. I just really like her because I love people that you can just see their passion, and I feel like with her you can see her passion. Like she actually genuinely loves it. And I feel like we need more of that. And the same thing can be said to about Rhea as well. Like she commits to everything. She brings a lot of passion and hard work ethic. So I just think they're both really good assets for the WWE. I like her if she goes away from Dom and Raquel because she doesn't need them. I agree. She honestly doesn't. Like I think she can shine easily on her own. I do feel like joining the Judgment Day kind of hurt her because the creative wrote her as like she has to cheat to win, she has to have interference to win, and that's not Liv. She doesn't have to do that. I'm excited for Cena to win the Royal Rumble. I think he will too. What do you think of Raw being on Netflix? I actually like it because the picture is incredible. I was just talking about it. Like the picture on Netflix is honestly like so clear. I don't mind it. I mean, I had Netflix before, so it didn't really change anything for me. I understand the people that didn't have Netflix and now they have to subscribe to Netflix. I get that. That sucks. And it also kind of sucks that you have to subscribe to like Netflix to watch Raw, and then you have to have cable, or something that has USA to watch Friday Night Smackdown, and then you have to have Peacock to watch the PLEs. Like there's a lot of different networks going on. But it didn't affect me any because I already had them all. But I think the picture on Netflix is incredible. And I do like that there's a little bit more leniency with like the censorship. What do you think of Roman Reigns possibly being on the cover for WWE 2K25? Listen, I love Roman Reigns. Honestly, I love Roman Reigns. But I honestly think the cover of 2K25 should be Jey Uso. He had a huge 2024. He's like the most over star right now. It's like the NFL. I know NFL you have to have like Fox and CBS, and then you have to have Prime, and then you have to have Netflix, and then you have to have NFL Sunday Ticket. Like the list is a mile long on just to watch a game. What you have to have. It's kind of annoying. But I will say the Prime um picture is also incredible. Like they have such a clear picture. It's cool. I could see them having a Bloodline cover. That would honestly work too because the Bloodline I feel like had a major 2024. And that shows a lot about like Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. He lost his undisputed championship and still had a big 2024. I like DIY as heels a lot better, honestly. It's not that I did not like them before, I was just kind of indifferent. As heels, I think it adds a lot more to their character. I agree. That's why I like kind of created this TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything that I have because I like connecting with other people who like wrestling and just talking about it. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed that they let Corbin go because I feel like Corbin and Apollo Crews could have been a really good tag team in this division. Hardy's coming to WWE. Listen, I would love to see the Hardys one more time in WWE. I was a big Jeff Hardy fan as a kid, so him being on my TV would be excellent. I love that they pat themselves on the back. I'm gonna start doing that. Tomas is definitely interfering with this match. Let's be honest. He's not gonna let Johnny lose. Jeff said they will return to the WWE, have one more run, and then go into the Hall of Fame, and I would be perfectly fine with that, honestly. I need one last, like, good, hearty run, especially because I feel like they've had so much going on, as far as, like, Jeff's sobriety, the issues that they've had going, going elsewhere. I feel like they do need that one, like, last run for their career to go out on top necessarily. And we need more tag teams, honestly. They could go on Monday Night Raw and feud with the War Raiders. Baron Corbin's new name is Bishop Dyer. Is he going to AEW? I thought I saw that somewhere, but I could be wrong. What do you think they did with Solo? I think eventually we're going to get Solo versus Jacob. I think last week with Solo, I think last week with Solo coming out and walking out without even acknowledging Jacob, really will leave a bad taste in Jacob's mouth after he was so committed to him. And I think that he will definitely, I think they will definitely go against each other. I think that's a WrestleMania match. No TNA. Oh, okay. What about the TNA WWE deal? I kind of like that. We get to see some talent and some crossovers. That's really cool. Whenever Jacob speaks, I am seated. His promos are fire. I don't know why he hasn't been talking this whole time. I also hope with this TNA WWE deal that we get to see Dolph Ziggler back in the Royal Rumble. I hope he is one of the entries. They keep calling this man a hyena. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Jacob is so fire with his promos, isn't he, though? Like, I don't know why this man has not been talking the entire Bloodline story. Oh, I definitely think we see Joe Hendry. Because of Solo not allowing him to see. That's what I'm saying. Like, Solo didn't allow him to shine and have his own moment. So they're going to beef over that. I wonder if Jey Uso is coming out with new merch. They just dropped the red not too long ago, but he's been wearing more of the pink and blue lately. Any merch they come out with is going to sell for him, so they could. If he wins that World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow night, they can come out with that merch. Who do you think they're really going to give him that title? Because I want to see it happen. I mean, I can be hopeful. I hope so. I think that he deserves it, and I think that that would not only do good things for his story, but also Gunther's, because I feel like Gunther's storylines have been super boring lately. So I feel like he needs something different. Actually, it recorded a whole like Saturday night prediction video where I go in depth in talking about why I think Gunther needs to lose tomorrow night. It's gonna be posted tomorrow on my YouTube, so if you want to know my full thoughts on it, check that out because I really went in depth with why I think Gunther needs to change up and why I think he needs to lose and why I think it would help him. I didn't know Tamatonga and Tangaloa were Haku's sons. Yeah, I think I knew that. I knew that were one of them's sons. And that whole bloodline, though, I get confused. I heard Gunther versus Goldberg will happen eventually. I keep hearing that too. I mean, I think if it does happen, it should not um be for a title. Shane Gillis. Do you have a podcast? I do not. I do everything on YouTube. So I do like lives here and on YouTube and Twitch. And then I post other videos just talking on YouTube as well. YouTube's kind of my focal point. YouTube and TikTok. I've been posting more on Instagram in case they continue to take TikTok away, but your podcast would be fire. I've thought about it, but there's just so many podcasts, honestly, in the world that that's why I kind of like have stuck to YouTube more so. But maybe in the future, we're not ruling it out. I'm still having like my contact is like going blurry. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it's just been too long of a day. What do we think's next for LA Knight? I really don't know where he goes. I'll definitely follow you on YouTube. Yes, do. I try to drop at least 2 videos a week. But I for sure drop one a week. This week was only one, but typically it's two, and I just really cover everything. Predictions, opinions, um, a little bit of everything. Dream matches, I think was my last one, character changes. Just really honestly talking. That's what I do best. He's gonna bring Braun out in case Jacob tries to interfere. Imagine if Vanessa Hudgens enters the Royal Rumble. I love Vanessa Hudgens. I would love that. Baby V is everything. Subscribe to your YouTube. Thank you. The more subscribers, the better. Tommy. LA Night. Yeah. What do we think we're going to see Solo again, though? Do we think we'll see him before the Royal Rumble? I definitely think he'll be in the Royal Rumble, but I don't know if we'll see him before or not. You think Rock at Royal Rumble? Honestly, yes. I don't. I don't see. I feel like Rock is gonna have a storyline at WrestleMania, so I feel like in order to build that, he has to show up at the Royal Rumble. I'll put it that way. Roman is having an acknowledgement ceremony Monday, January 27th. Yeah, he could come back then too, but I feel like The Rock's next storyline is Roman. Mainly because I don't feel like people want to see Rock and Cody. I think they would rather see Cody and John. So I feel like in order to get that storyline going, he has to show up at the Royal Rumble. Maybe cost Roman the Royal Rumble. Hello, everyone that's newly joining on YouTube. It looks like Roman's going to be on the cover of WWE 2K25. I mean, that makes sense, honestly. Do you think Undertaker will wrestle again? I don't think he will. I think we could see him do his little pop-ups like he does, like he did at WrestleMania last year. But I don't think he will like truly wrestle again, honestly. I think he's just doing fine with what he's doing, just popping up and then having his dead man show. I have to finalize my entries this week because I have to make the video and post it by next week, and it's been really difficult because there's so many like options we could go with. Looks like they're leaning towards Ripley and Bianca at WrestleMania. I don't hate that, but I honestly thought we would get Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania. So if we're getting Bianca and Rhea, does that mean Naomi attacked Jade? What does that mean for the Jade storyline? Liv not win the Royal Rumble. I don't think Liv will win the Royal Rumble. As much as I like Liv, I don't think she'll win the Royal Rumble. I do think Charlotte is. I think she's a front runner for sure. Charlotte and Io. Yeah, but if they're thinking of doing Bianca and Rhea, then I think that eliminates Io. Because Io's not going to go against Tiffy. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Io and Rhea makes sense. So I feel like if they're leaning towards Bianca and Rhea at WrestleMania, then Charlotte has to win because she's going to go against Tiffy. And then Bianca wins Elimination Chamber, maybe? That could be. I would I would love Bianca and Rhea. I think that would be a great match. I just expected Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania since we kind of already got that teaser. When they like, kind of faced off at the Royal Rumble last year, we got that teaser. Who versus Liv at WrestleMania? I don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do with Liv. I don't know if she's going to continue solo, if her and Raquel are going to be a tag team. I'm not really sure. Do you like the Perez Cora tag match on NXT this week? I actually do. I like Perez and Cora together. I think they complement each other a lot. Obviously Roxanne does not need a sidekick. She is a star in her own power. But I do like them together. I think they complement each other. It true Malachi Black is leaving AEW. He wants to. Him versus Finn as Demon. Honestly, that would be really good. I never even thought about that, but that would be really good. Finn turn on Judgment Day next week. Finn, yeah, his time is ticking. He's turning at some point in time. Especially since last week he wasn't there and they were all talking about how he's been losing. Finn versus Malachi Black would be good. I'm also curious as to what Dom gave Chad Gable on the piece of paper last week on Raw, too. I think that's going to be the best match tomorrow. Jacob and Braun for sure. Tag title Dom and JD versus War Raiders. Finn cost the match. That's a really good prediction. That definitely is going to happen. Actually, now that I think about that, I forgot about that match. But Finn is definitely not going to be happy that he got replaced. Finn's not going to be happy that they've been talking about him losing. So that would make perfect sense. Ray did an interview. He wants to tag with Dom for his last match. I do hope we see Ray and Dom reunite at some point in time. Finn was not there last minute. Right, so he was not there, and they were talking about him losing with him not being there to defend himself, and then Dom is taking his spot. So that actually makes perfect sense. I do want to see a Finn and Dom rivalry too. I think that would be a really good feud. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't care if he comes back as the prince, the demon, a new character. I don't care. He just needs to be a solo character. He needs to be a singles competitor. He's been really like put in the shadows with the Judgment Day, and I don't love that because he's a strong singles competitor. JD will stay with Finn. I could see JD staying with Finn. I could also see JD and Carlito doing their own thing. Because I think Dom's going to be a singles competitor. I think Finn's going to be a singles competitor. So I could see JD and Carlito possibly being a tag team and staying together. What's next for Damien since he's on Smackdown? Maybe Damien and Shinsuke? I feel like that would be a good feud. Here comes Jacob. Nikki Bella, I heard, was coming back to the Royal Rumble. I hope so. LA Knight got that win. Here comes Braun. Where's he at? Oh, Jesus. What's next for Roman? I think Roman and Rock is on the calendar. I think we're going to get Roman and Rock. I think that little nice guy act that he did at Raw on Netflix is just an act. I think the final boss is still alive. The table is indestructible. Like, I am convinced. Although, if those two go through it, it might break. Let's be real. Thomas said, not today. Listen, you're not telling Jacob what to do. You might as well just sit back and watch. Pull you up a chair, Tama. Sit there and watch. Alright, quit saying holy shit, you're bleeping my TV here. You going live tomorrow? I am not. So we have an event to attend tomorrow. Oh, Jesus. So we have an event to attend tomorrow, so I will not be live tomorrow, but I will definitely be popping on TikTok here and there to talk about the show. And you already know that if Jey Uso actually wins the title tomorrow, I'll be on for that. Monday I will be live. For sure. They talk about Roman and Punk. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. Marine 7. What? I'm so confused by all of this transfer shit. It's like the draft. Like, I don't think we're going to get a draft if they keep doing this, because why? You're already mixing up the talent. I like this move for Damian Priest, though, because I think it will give him even bigger storylines. I really think he should go against Shinsuke. That would be a epic feud, and honestly, put the title on Damian Priest. Britt Baker is probably coming to WWE. I don't know what's going on with that Britt Baker stuff. I feel like it's a mess. I feel like AEW lately's been a mess, honestly. And I don't watch it, but I've just seen like the different people that want to be released and all the issues, and I'm like, this sounds like a mess. Oh, Netflix definitely wants big star names on their show for sure. I feel like that event in Toronto is going to be so cool. Has anybody looked at tickets for that? Just out of curiosity. I'm just curious if they're like the same as Royal Rumble. Roman is going to be on Raw. Yeah, I definitely think Roman's going to be on Raw, which I find interesting because Roman and Jay are on Raw and Jimmy's on SmackDown. So is it going to stay that way? Is Jimmy going to hop over? I'm kind of interested to see, I guess, their like storylines. Dom singles champ run in 2025. I honestly would not rule it out. I think Dom is probably one of the best heels we have right now. Regardless if you love or hate him, you have to admit that he works every single week. And I feel like he definitely could have a title shot in 2025. Priestess theme's real cool, honestly. I'm gonna say Dom future world champion in 2025. I could definitely see him going for like the IC championship first. I don't know if he would get like the world heavyweight championship yet. I feel like he should go for the IC one first. Gunther confront Roman on Monday. I don't want to see Gunther and Roman. I'm not invested in Gunther. I just can't. I just need him to do something different. I really honestly actually I take that back because I would love to see a Gunther Kaiser feud. Do you think Sheamus is gonna win the title tomorrow night? I like Meechin. I am tired of like the Meechin Chelsea going back and forth. I'm ready to squash that and let Chelsea move on to something else. I know don't like Dom, but he should be in the IC division. I totally agree with that. They're really teasing Gunther Goldberg. Yeah, they are, and I don't feel like that should be a title match. I feel like if they want to do that, that's fine. Do a last man standing or Hell in a Cell. Like, I don't care. It should not be a title match. It's like her fourth. Yeah, I think it's just ran its course. I think Chelsea needs a new opponent, and I think Meechin does too, honestly. I saw, and I might be wrong, but I think Ilya is returning Monday. Where are the Street Profits? They're unfortunately hurt. Just drop my water. They're unfortunately hurt, so they are rehabbing some injuries right now, but hopefully they'll be back soon. So Charlotte's running coming back at the Rumble, yes, and then I think Becky will come back. I honestly think Becky's coming back tomorrow night. Alexa is in contract negotiations, so hers is up in the air. And I think Jade's gonna pop up Tuesday at NXT when Naomi and Bianca face Lash Legend and Miss Jackson. Randy to return at Royal Rumble. I would love that. What I would love a little more is Randy to return during the KO and Cody match. And what I would love a little more is Randy and sorry, I got distracted by Shinsuke. What I would love is for Randy to return during the KO and Cody match and turn heel and attack Cody. Hendry for the Royal Rumble. He definitely will make an appearance, I feel like. John Cena versus Punk at SummerSlam. I agree with that. I think Cena versus Cody at WrestleMania, Punk and Cena at SummerSlam. Cena, Randy. I would love to see Randy and Cody too. Where the hell is the Wyatt Six? Tell me about it. Like they had so much freaking like momentum and then dead. Like they got traded to SmackDown. I don't know who the hell they're gonna feud with on SmackDown. I I don't even know what's gonna happen with them. I'm so lost with their storyline right now. It's insane. John Cena versus Cody, two biggest in WWE. Yeah, that I would like Cena and Cody at WrestleMania. Honestly, I'm liking the new side of Shinsuke. I think his character is way stronger now. AEW versus WWE soon. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of bad blood there. I feel like Melo's about to get squashed. I haven't seen a storyline lose more steam since Nexus. Yeah, exactly. Like, I just feel like they were on week after week. We kept getting teasers, we kept getting promos, we got some matches, and then, like, dead. Miz is now on SmackDown. You can continue the Bo Dallas and Miz feud. You could, but then I feel like, where does that leave everybody else that's in the Wyatt Six? I don't know. I'm just highly confused by what they're doing with them. Cody needs to drop the title. I think, I honestly think Cody should drop the title at WrestleMania. And I'll be the first one to say, like, I like Cody, but I just feel like the feuds are lacking in his title run. I feel like the KO feud is the strongest one he's had. Don't want to see Roman and Cody again. I honestly don't either. Before we get Solo joining Roman and his brothers, we are going to get Omos as his bodyguard. Where is Omos? I know he still does like live shows, but he hasn't been seen in a while. Would Damian versus Cross be a good feud? It actually wouldn't be bad. Roman and Rock. Yeah, Roman and Rock I think is definitely on the cards. I'd like Sammy to get a push. I think Sammy's going to turn heel. I've seen a little bit of the Kenny Omega stuff, but not in detail. I think it would hurt the Wyatt Six if they were on TV every week. I mean, I don't think they need to be necessarily on every week, but we haven't seen them in 4 or 5 weeks now. You know about the Young Bucks. Yes, I do know about the Young Bucks. Kevin Owens should win the title. I don't think he's going to. I think Cody's holding that title till WrestleMania for sure. I love the work KO's doing, though, honestly. But he's not going to win. Young Bucks versus the Usos, that would be cool. Two great tag teams against each other. I'm always here for. I feel like the 3 hour shows just make it more possible for long commercials. And that's annoying. You remember Cody used to be in the Bullet Club? Yes. I feel like Cody dropping the title would help a Mania feud for him. I mean, yeah, I could see that. I just don't see it happening. I mean, they made such a big deal of Cody winning the title at WrestleMania that I feel like he's for sure going to at least come full circle and defend it at WrestleMania. We need to see Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles. That honestly would be a good match. I hope to see AJ Styles next week at the Royal Rumble. I wish Samoa Joe would come back. Yeah, I think he's doing good on AEW though. I mean, I don't watch it. I'll be honest with you, I don't watch AEW, but I just saw like he was on there like 2 weeks ago or something. I love your sweater. I love baseball. I do too. I'm ready for baseball season. I'm waiting for Randy to return and turn on Cody. Same. That's what I'm hoping happens at the Royal Rumble because I love heel Randy. I loved him in TNA back in the day. Yeah, I like Samoa Joe. I mean, what I've seen of AEW and what I've seen of him in TNA and all everywhere else he's been, like I like him. I just haven't kept up with a whole lot of AEW. So I think he's doing good over there, but I'm not 100% sure. CM Punk may win the Royal Rumble. See, I just don't think Seth Rollins is going to let that happen. I don't think that feud is over, and I don't think there's a chance that Seth Rollins is letting. Nope. Look at the storyline you can tell with Randy and Cody. Randy against Cena starting a feud in the Rumble. I think it would be what I would write if I was the WWE writers. I would write Randy as returning against KO and Cody and make it seem like he's going to help Cody, but then attack Cody. Seth hates him in real life. Yeah, I know it's not a storyline, but their storyline in WWE is not over, and I don't think that he is going to let him win the Royal Rumble, and I think we're going to get another match of them. Final Four Royal Rumble: Seth, Roman, Randy, and Seth. Who do you think's winning the Royal Rumble? I also am curious because Punk said in his promo that maybe he needs to call in a favor, and we know that Paul owes him a favor. So I'm curious to see if Paul helps him somehow in the Royal Rumble. Mint Cena. Yeah, I think Cena's definitely winning overall, though. What happened to Drew McIntyre and Punk? It got squashed after the Hell in a Cell. And now Drew McIntyre's unhinged and attacking everybody. What's the greatest rivalry in WWE history? Oh, there's so many. I loved HBK and Undertaker. That was a really good one. Um, Randy and Cena was fantastic. I honestly really liked when the feud with Daniel Bryan and Triple H and then Stephanie and Brie. That was really good too. Cena and Edge, yeah, that was another good one. Hart versus Michaels. See, I don't fully remember a lot of that one if I'm being honest. I'm begging for Hogan to be in the Royal Rumble so Punk can eliminate him. I mean, Punk can eliminate him before he even gets there if you ask me. Rock and Stone Cold. Stone Cold and anything he did with Vince McMahon because that was hysterical. Bills versus Commanders at Super Bowl. That would be cool. I'm gonna pick the Bills versus the Eagles, but I also wouldn't be disappointed in the Chiefs. The Summer of Punk was another level with that rivalry. I mean, there's been so many good rivalries. Maybe I just need to do a whole YouTube video on like great rivalries. KO is unhinged. Crazy does not even begin it. Rock overselling the stunner. Rock cracked me up overselling everything, really. The individual tickets for WrestleMania are on sale. Yeah, and I would have to cut off my right leg to afford them. They're expensive. I think the cheapest ticket I saw for Saturday night was like $750 a piece. I can't do it. I swear the announcement tables are indestructible. Oh, because of Cena, I got them. And look, I'm happy for you. It's going to be a good time, but I just couldn't do it. I mean, it's definitely going to be a good show, so anybody that's going is going to have a blast. I will be watching from home and waving at everybody there. I think Taker pops up. I don't know if he's going to fight, but I think he pops up somehow. They are doing the Fanatic show again. I saw that. I was in Chicago last year when they had it. So I'm curious to see how much it is and everything this year. Mello is having a good storyline, which I love for him because I think he's a star. DP got that victory on SmackDown. Yeah, I think he's done wrestling. I think he might do a pop up here and there. I just don't think he's going to wrestle again. Priest should be a main event star. He should. I think he should go against Shinsuke for the belt. Oh, Nick Aldis is busy tonight. Yeah, he does kind of remind me of like an ambassador. He shows up and does promos and stuff, which is great. But I don't think he'll ever have like a true match again. Naomi and Liv, okay. All this is better than Pierce. I agree. I mean, I like Adam Pierce, but I think all this is a really good GM. I think Adam Pierce has blood pressure problems because he's always stressed out. Big Jim. Also, don't like these long shows because my foot falls asleep and I have to move 19 times. KO shirt, right? Sami Zayn forever. See, I just feel like Sami's gonna turn heel. And let me tell you something, Sami. If you turn heel tomorrow and cost Jay that title, we're gonna fight. Do you think Cody should lose the title at WrestleMania? Yes. Yes. On the last Raw, you saw in the background Sami talking to Karrion Kross. See? Karrion's gonna get in his head and convince him, and he's gonna turn heel. And I swear, if he turns heel and costs Jay that belt tomorrow, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna call Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce, and be like, "Look, I need a match against Sami because I am furious." I will fight that man myself. We know Karrion Kross is good at getting into people's heads, and we know Sami wants to be world heavyweight champion. But I will fight him. Exactly. Every time somebody talks to Carrie and they turn heel, that's what I'm saying. All right, were we getting Michelle next week? Because she's been at a couple of these events lately. Hey, let DP take that belt. HBK. I love HBK. HBK is my all-time favorite. What did Cody ask Damien? He said Smackdown, huh? Damien Priest said, looks like it. And Cody said, welcome. And Damien said, see you soon, champ. That's my little rundown. Yeah, that's why he said, see you soon, champ. He wants that belt back. He wants a belt back. Any belt, I think. I think he would take any belt. I hope Sheamus wins that tomorrow. I know it would be great. I hope he does. And Braun hasn't really done anything with it. I just really want Jay to win that. Miz is really out here trying to make friends. Let me go find someone. Big Jim. Why is Mello following him? Mello, you stay back there. Don't nobody want you out here. Listen, I'm about to lose my mind if they don't let Jimmy have his moment. Mello, sit your ass in the back. He good. We good. Big Jim and Mello is gonna cook, but I need him to just have his moment right now. And Mello to just stay back there. Because he's not in the match at the moment. He already had his match tonight. fight Owen's fighter. I'm honestly loving KO right now, what he's doing. He's so unhinged, and I actually love it. I like the 2 night WrestleMania. I honestly like the 2 night WrestleMania, and I like the 2 night SummerSlam. As for the rest of them, I think they should stay one night. I like those two being the 2 night because, WrestleMania is like the biggest one. SummerSlam to me is like the second biggest one because it's further away from WrestleMania, so there's time to build storylines. So I like WrestleMania and SummerSlam. I think the rest of them should be one night because I feel like if we get too many 2 night events, then it's gonna be boring. Like the storylines are not gonna be as good. I know they talked about like the Royal Rumble. And the only way I could see them doing the Royal Rumble is if they do the men's match one night, the women's match the second night, so that there's more time. But I still don't know if I love that. I feel like the more nights we add, the less exciting it's gonna be. I honestly feel like this match is gonna end like every other week has ended with KO and Cody just battling each other. Like I feel like it's gonna end the same way. Chris Jericho needs to retire. I haven't followed much of anything he's doing in AEW. Honestly, that Liv and Naomi match is gonna be very good. Where's Vega? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen her. I think Chris Jericho will leave AEW and return to WWE to end his career. I don't know. I think he really like he seems to be able to do kind of what he wants at AEW. I think he might stay there. I mean, I don't follow it much, but every time I do, he's like on TV doing something. So he's obviously getting TV time there. No, he did not pull out a Naomi shirt to go against Jim. That's rude. Supposed to get CM Punk Seth to WrestleMania 40. I think we're gonna get CM Punk and Seth at WrestleMania 41. He really pulled out the Naomi shirt. He's a menace. I kind of like that they've incorporated that Wing Eagle Championship as a storyline. Hey, KO, you're facing Jim, not McConaughey. God. Tell him, Joe. I hope Nick Namath returns too. I want to see him return. I was honestly shocked when they released him in the first place. So with the TNA deal, I really hope he returns. Oh, I just was really surprised they released him. He was such a staple. And I feel like anytime there's like a staple superstar and they get released, I'm just like in awe. Like I can't believe it. And he's one of those. I liked Dolph a lot. So I would like to see him back at the Royal Rumble now that they have a deal with TNA. Jesus. They done broke the ring a couple times tonight. Okay, Wade, don't steal what I say. I'm gonna need him to give Big Jim a win, please. He's been taking L's lately, and I don't love it. I love Matthew McConaughey. I think we see more than one person from TNA in the Royal Rumble. I do too. I think we'll see Nick Namath. I think we'll see Joe Hendry for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hardys were in there somewhere. Oh, Jesus. I look like it hurt. Get it? Yeah, we get it, Kevin. You're being a menace. Why are they making Jim look so weak? I thought my dog fell off the couch. What kind of dog? She's a mix. She's a Pomeranian, and I don't know what else she's mixed with, if I'm being honest with you, but she's a little dog. Keep up the grind on YouTube. I also make wrestling content. Thank you. We are definitely going to keep up the grind. If we see Jordan Grace in the Royal Rumble, she will be under WWE because she's done. Yeah, I think she will be signed with WWE regardless if she appears as Royal Rumble or not. I have an English bulldog. Oh, I like bulldogs. Well, not in football, but the actual dog. Josh Alexander's contract is up. I don't know if I know who that is, honestly. I don't see a lot of TNA. I saw Grace's last match with Tessa. We should collaborate someday, you know. I'm all for collaborating with other creators. Former TNA champ. See, I don't know a whole lot about TNA. I know like some of the older WWE stars. I know like some of the newer ones, but I don't know a whole bunch about it. But that's what I'm hoping like this TNA and WWE collaboration brings is more like people like I want to know more about them. I'll be honest with you, I don't have time to watch every single one. Used to be partners with Ethan Page. Okay, so I know who that is now that you say that. So I do know who that is. So I could definitely see him joining, especially with Ethan Page in NXT, which honestly, Ethan Page is doing excellent in NXT, I think. TNA is doing better than AEW at this point. Like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of either one of them, but I do see a lot more on TNA than I do AEW at this point. I mean, there are like a handful on AEW that I'll follow just because I like them, but I don't follow a whole lot of it. So I'm assuming A Town Down is staying together then. Come on, Big Jim. It really is. It's on every single night almost, and that's why I don't have time to follow every single one of them. I would love to see the Hardy Boys back on NXT, SmackDown, Raw. Don't care. Just want to see them back. Yes. Come on, Jim. Get that win, Jim. Jim's matches have been cooking. I'm so excited to see him more as a solo competitor. I'm excited for the Rumble next Saturday, and I'll be there in person. That's so cool. You're gonna have a blast. I love the Royal Rumble. My dog is staring at me. I think she wants to go to bed. Ah, I needed that win for Jim. That's my favorite pay per view. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, sometimes I like the Royal Rumble better than WrestleMania. I think it's just a lot of fun. Oh, no. Who do you have winning men and women's? So I think John Cena's going to win the men's. I think that Charlotte's going to win the women's. Come on, Jim. Get that win. Oh, see, I thought Punk for a little bit, but I just don't think Seth's gonna I don't think Seth's gonna let that happen. I think he's going to do anything he can to eliminate Punk. Who's your baseball team? Chicago Cubs. Ah, damn, I thought that was it. Oh, I thought that was it. I was going with Cena, but they have heavily promoted him. They do actually have him. They were promoting him for the chamber, so that's true. I just, if he doesn't win, I don't know who does because, like I said, I don't think. I mean, at first I thought it was going to be Punk, but I don't think that Seth's going to let that happen. I think he's going to do whatever he can to not allow that to happen. KO. I needed that win for Jimmy. Why they gotta do Jimmy like that? Why can't he get a win? This is making me mad. Oh god, he's gonna power drive him, isn't he? Thank God for Cody. What year did you start watching wrestling? Like late 90s, early 2000s, when I was a kid. I told you guys it was going to end the same way. They were going to end battling, fighting. Tomorrow's about to be wild. So, my Saturday night main event predictions are dropping on my YouTube channel tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow night we have the show. So, thank you guys for joining me tonight. And of course, I'll be on this weekend.